All right, fellas, welcome back here. So we got our light, ceiling light down, or room light, if you will, whatever you want to call it, light for the bedroom. And we've got our ceiling fan up. So what we did is just take you through a little bit of here, because like I said, I'm not going to make a big deal of how the fan went together because it's going to change, but there is certain things that are not going to change. We put this bracket on here. As you guys see right there, there are some screws in the package we did not use because our electrical box is nice and secure. Plus there's nothing up here. I've tried it, and we're not going to go ahead and we're not going to tear this ceiling apart and do all that. As long as our box is nice and solid, which, you know, I got on it and I tested it out, I beat on it and everything else is not moving. So I used the old screws right here for the old fan. I put them back in the ceiling box. It's nice and sturdy as I'm pulling on it. I cut the wires, the extra wire off from the motor. What I did is I added the white to the white, which is your neutral, your black, which is our hot. You'll see a black and blue together. That's the hot for the light too on this one here. Like I said, each fan is different. So we put this together. We got our light, our kind of light situation just hanging here. And I know all the electricians are going to say, oh man, that's not a good way to do it. But this is for the DIYer guys. And it makes you to know that the wiring is good before you go put all this together, and then you go to test your fan and then it doesn't work. I do it anyways, even though, like I said, I've put up many fans. This is for the person that does it, doesn't do it that much. And it's good to know that, hey, you're not doing the job twice. All right, so let's get down. So these are going to be for our fan blades, which are over there. This is for if we wanted it really close to the top, we would have changed this out. This would have been what they call a ceiling hugger model. This is for our light kit. Like I said, keep all this stuff together. As you guys know or don't know, any extra packaging, keep this stuff here because they throw in stuff in there that you're probably going to have to use. I try to use all the old stuff together so I don't have to rip apart all the new packaging. Let me show you guys about the little ceiling fan deal. So as the ceiling fans, what I do is I put these screws in by hand, and then what I do is to get the torque for my drill, I'll go ahead and I'll tighten these up to the point where I think they're good enough. Okay, that's pretty tight. Then what I'll do is I'll put my drill on it. I make sure I set it at the lowest setting. I already know this is a setting 4, but you see how it kind of moves and stops. That keeps you from stripping the ceiling fan screws out. And then you just kind of do, I've already done all these so you guys didn't have to watch all that happen. But I went ahead and did all that. Like I said, another little thing here. This is, don't matter what ceiling fan is. Most of them, but not all, they have 2 sides depending on if you get one of those high dollar ones where you only get one side. But these ones here got 2 sides. And then whatever side you want, make sure that faces down, or you see the finish edge here. And that's the finished part. Like I said, we have dark furniture, so I'm going to do dark instead of like a grayish, because that don't fit nothing in the room really, except for maybe that thing there. But yeah, so you do that. Like I said, I used my test light when I went up there. I made sure that everything is off. It's a good habit to do that unless you're working by yourself and you know you're the only one in the house. Not to turn the switch on and get fried. So we're going to switch this back on. Hey, look at there, our light is working. Okay, so we know our light works, and that's how I want it to be. I want it to be like the other room. When you walk in, the light's on, you go off, you turn the light off. I don't really care if the fan works or not. but I want to make sure that the light stays on. Well, this one here has got a switch so you can turn it on and off no matter. But that light will always stay on, or we'll use this, and this stays on. So there's our motor working. We're going to always make sure there's 3 fan speeds, because you should say high, medium, low. All right, here's our fan, our light side. So our light bulbs turn off. They turn back on. All right, so we know that the fan is working. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in there and get some electrical tape. We're going to tape all those wires up, shove them up in the hole, put our fan blades on, and put our little on. I'm going to put our little trim kit on, our light bowl, and Bob's your uncle. And if you're not used to that phrase, it's, you're done. You're pretty much done, and you did a good job. So anyways, that's it, and then we'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll show you guys the end result, and we'll go over kind of like how long this would take a beginner, and how long this would take somebody that kind of knows what they're doing, but has never done a ceiling fan, so that you guys got an idea of how long it's going to take you, or if you could tell the old lady, hey, look, that's going to be an all-day job, and guess what, you could sit around and drink beer or whatever else for half the day. But you can know what I'm talking about. All right, so we'll be on back, and or for the ladies, I hate to say it's always for the men, but it could be for the ladies. You tell the honey, hey, look, that'll be a half-a-day project, and then you can go shopping or do whatever you like to do, right? We'll catch y'all in a little bit, and we'll let you see what the finished products look like. Okay, in a minute.